No, we want it all. But how do you get promotion? Who promotes you? Because that's the one that ultimately you're working for, right? That's the one you need to please. Well, promotion cometh not from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. Notice he didn't mention the north. Right, because the promotion comes from the north. Right? It comes from north. I can see I got to wake some of y'all up here today. I said it comes from the north. Right? What's he talking about? But God is the judge. God's the one that passes sentence. Come on, God's the one that looks at your evaluation. Think about it. If God were to be the one to do your work evaluation, what would it look like? Woo! Because he sees everything. And the good news is, if you're faithful, God is the one that's the judge. God is the one that will promote you. So this is kind of something that's showing you that we work for him, because if all I do is please God in the workplace, God is the one that'll make sure I get promoted. He's the one that'll make sure that I see increase in my life. And there's examples of this in the Bible. You think about Joseph, like we mentioned, or we read earlier, and you realize that Joseph was a man who was a slave in a strange country, and yet when that man put Joseph in a position of authority, God actually blessed Potiphar's house, who didn't know God. God blessed his house. God blessed everything that had to do with him for Joseph's sake. Come on, remember, didn't we just read that? Right, God's whole goal was to bless Joseph. So God would bless a heathen so his child could be blessed. So his man could be promoted. Jacob was like that too. Jacob was God's man. And he went to Laban and he saw Laban's daughter and said, man, I will serve you 7 years for her. That's a romantic right there. Right? I will work 7 years for her. And then, of course, Laban tricked him and he had to work another 7 years to get her. And the bottom line is that while Jacob worked for Laban, God took what Laban had, which was little, and made it a lot. And God's goal was for Jacob to continue to see increase in his life because of it. Now, what Laban was greedy. He was evil. So instead of giving him his increase, he kept holding back his wages. And sometimes that's what happens. You do what's right, and people do you wrong. And God will give them time to get it right. But if they don't make it right, eventually God will make it right. And that's what happened with Jacob. God made it right for him. But once again, God prospered the work of a wicked man just so the righteous man could be promoted. I don't know where you're working. I don't know who you supposedly work for. But I can tell you that if you're faithful, you're of an excellent spirit, God will bless the place that you work at so that you can enjoy promotion like God wants you to enjoy promotion. He's the one that will promote you. And that's going to happen when you realize I work for God.